Guys, welcome back to another What If. What if Deku was in the zombie apocalypse? Part 1. So let's begin our What If. Disclaimer: this story is going to have gore. It's going to be sad. And it's going to be dark. And there's some moments that may disturb you. And all I'm saying, don't commit suicidal. It's the worst way to die, killing yourself. So live life, enjoy your family, and spend the time with the people you love. And live the most of it. And yeah. So let's begin the what if. So we follow from a boy called Izuku Midoriya, and he is this quirkless boy that wishes to be All Might, to have the same quirk as him, to be the number one hero, to help others who are in danger, to be there for them, be the symbol of peace. But he's just worthless Deku. And he gets called that by this one kid called Katsuki Bakugo. And Katsuki is the reason why Deku thinks of taking his own life. And Bakugo has been bullying Deku ever since they were 3 years old. Ever since they spoke their first word to each other, Bakugo always hated Deku. It's not like canon, like how they were friends until some other day where they didn't. But this time, they were never friends. They never cared about each other. They never spent time together. They never even worked well together. They never even said a nice compliment to each other. They don't even have each other's number. But there's one thing they're actually good at, is talking back at each other. Well, most of the talking was about Bakugo. And Bakugo just saying, commit suicide or you worthless twig. And you will never be number one hero. Never fulfill your own dreams. You'll be that worthless trash outside. And Deku just taking it. Hits and hits. Punches and bruises. Blood and blood. Until one day that changed every human being's life for the worst. This day is called Apocalypse Day. So, let's begin. We follow from Deku, a 15-year-old. He's still quirkless. He has met All Might, but he never jumped on his leg. He never saved Bakugo, but All Might did. Bakugo has all for one. Has one for all. And Deku, still quirkless, waiting and waiting to get a quirk. And it's during the holidays where Bakugo's training and Deku, he's walking to get groceries until a news broadcast comes from the blue on a billboard. And they're like, sorry to interrupt this broadcast, but breaking news. A outbreak of a virus has come out. Everybody, please go back into quarantine, just like 5 years ago. But this time, the virus has come back. But now, it's a lot more worse, a lot more deadlier, and it has evolved during this 5 months time. And apparently, this is its full form. So be ready, lock your doors, don't meet anybody, and there are theories on the internet saying that this was man-made just to slow down the population, just to make the population back to where it was 1,000 years ago. 1 billion. Deku's confused that if this theory is right, why are scientists doing this? Deku runs straight home and he goes to the apartment and he opens the door and he sees his mom and his dad and he hugs them. He's like, Mom, Dad, did you hear the news? And his parents are like, yeah, I heard the news. And then that's Hasashi talking to Midoriya. And Hasashi's like, Midoriya, I don't know what's going on. Just the other day I was sweating. And you remember the time where I vomited during the night? Do you think I have the virus? Because lately today, your mom, she probably has it because today I kissed her in the forehead by accident. And she's now coughing. Deku is like, huh? Mom? What? You've been coughing? Have you not heard the news, guys? Stay away from me. Stay away from me now. And Inko, she faints. Deku's like, Mom? Dad. Hey, wake up, Dad. Dad, just sinking into his brain. Just sinking and sinking. Everything goes black for the two parents. Deku, calling the ambulance. The ambulance have cut their calls. And Deku opens the TV and he's like, come on, let me go on the news. Deku goes on the news and he sees the same guy and he's like, everybody, there's been around 1,000 cases of this new and improved virus. And it's gone bad. It's now affecting all ages, not just adults, all ages. And mostly affects teenagers. But mostly, if you got these signs, these are the signs. If you faint, if you sweat, if you vomit during the night, if you cough, and especially if you have a 5-minute nap, that's the time to run away from that person or run away or kill yourself. Because if you touch people, it would spread. And if it would spread, everybody would have the disease. And if everybody has the disease, everybody will die. There is no cure for this virus. We call it the no cure virus. And Deku is like, no, my parents have the no cure virus. They can't even be cured. Deku locks his room and he starts screaming, "No, no, no!" He starts smashing the place left and right until he hears growling. And Deku's confused. What's that growling? Deku opens his door and he's like, "Mom, Dad, what was that growling?" Then from nowhere, his mom jumps onto Deku, trying to bite Deku. Deku sees a freaking stick and he shoves it into his mom's eye, stabbing it. And then he sees Hasashi from nowhere throw Deku to a table, leaps onto Deku, tries to rip off Deku's arm to bite it. Deku grabs glass, shoves it into the guy's ear. Sashi's ear starts bleeding everywhere. Deku's like, "Dad, Mom, what happened to you?" Deku bumps onto the window and he looks outside and he sees several zombies. Deku is like, "Mom, Dad, you're monsters." And Hasashi and Inko are not dead, but they're just limping closer and closer to Deku. Deku grabs the TV, throws it onto Hasashi. Hasashi starts getting fried by the electricity. Then Inko from nowhere starts trying to grab Deku, trying to straight Deku to turn him into one of them. Deku's like, "Leave me alone!" Deku has the door in between his mom's hand, so Deku slams his mom's hand onto the door. Then his mom's hand gets trapped in front of the door, and Deku closed the door repeatedly, smashing his mom's hand. Deku runs and runs. He leaves the apartment place and he looks in front of him, seeing almost 50 zombies there. Deku, shocked, paralyzed, seeing around 100 civilians running. Deku starts running with this one civilian that has red hair, and he's roughly the same age as Deku. Deku, not really that fast, because remember, Deku was just a scrawny little kid. So Deku runs for his life, and then Deku goes inside his door, and he sees several other civilians, and they're like, "Kid, get down now!" Deku goes down and hides until there's no zombies on the loose, and the civilian is like, "Kid, do you know what you're gonna get us into if you didn't duck down?" Deku's like, "I don't even know what's going on. Tell me, what's happening?" And the guy's like, "Oh my god, have you not heard the third news? People are turning into zombies. Those ones from films. The theory was correct. Scientists are doing this. And heroes are not even helping, like All Might, Endeavor. Come. Oh my son. He was bit by one of them, but I don't know where he is. And you look like him, but he has red hair." And Deku's like, "I think I saw him. He was running, and he wasn't bit, and he ran past the store. You can go get him if you want." And then the man runs out of the store, and then from nowhere, a zombie rips the dude's neck and starts devouring the man, drinking his blood left and right. Then several other zombies start eating. Deku immediately says, I want to become a hero. My first step has to lock the door without the zombies seeing me. Deku throws chips out of the out of the door, and all the zombies see the chip fly out, and they're like, huh? Deku locks the door, distracting them, and he goes back hiding. And he sees several other people there, and he sees one person with a scar on their cheek, and the guy doesn't even realize. And the guy's like, what you looking at, kid? There's nothing wrong with me. I'm not one of them. Deku points where the scar is. The guy points where Deku is pointing, but on his face, you feel something like a scar. The guy's eyes widened. The guy is like, no. Deku rush out of the whole store, starts running away in the middle of the street with several zombies. Deku just running and running until he smashes a car window with his fist. Deku's bloody fist hops inside the car. The car has a key. Deku drives away. But until there's multiple cars from nowhere blocking the road. Multiple dead bodies. And Deku's like, how come these bodies haven't turned yet? And then Deku realized that humans are killing each other. Deku just keeps on running and running to the sunset. Then Deku, he sees this kind of house. So he goes inside and there's nobody in there. And Deku goes upstairs until he sees a baby zombie. Deku's is like, no. They kill babies too? Deku starts running, trying to run out of the building, out of the house. But until the baby zombie basically starts crying. Deku's like, huh? The baby zombie's crying. I better check on it. Maybe the baby is not really a zombie. I'm probably tripping. Deku goes upstairs again. He sees the baby zombie. And he's like, huh, it's probably just a normal baby. Deku starts holding the baby until the baby is about to bite Deku. Deku, by accident, snaps the baby's neck. Throws the baby out of the window. Deku vomiting down his throat like, I killed that baby. Maybe it was a zombie, but truly it was a baby. So all these zombies, like my parents, are humans. And Deku goes inside his bedroom and he sees a shotgun. Deku grabs the shotgun and he's like, I need some ammunition. Deku goes inside the wardrobe and he sees the ammunition. And then Deku sees a photo with a policeman and his wife. And they have an adorable baby. And this one small boy. And Deku's like, then where's the small boy with that red cap with kind of horns with black hair? Oh, he's probably a zombie. They look so peaceful. Then Deku closes his eyes and he opens them. Then he realizes that photo kind of looks similar. The photo with him and his parents and his family. Deku goes down on the floor crying and crying. And Deku's like, damn it. Those zombies, they took everything from me. I bet they killed my parents, I bet. Even though it was just a virus, I don't care. I'ma kill every single one of them. Deku goes outside, reloads the shotgun, sees a zombie coming close to him. Deku shoots the zombie in the head. Half of the zombie's head blows up. Deku is like, "You want some? Who wants some?" And then we follow from zombies walking away from Deku, scared of the sound of the shotgun, how loud it was, until from nowhere, one big zombie from nowhere comes rushing at Deku, just much more fast. Deku is like, ow, I need to reload. Deku starts reloading, but the gun's jammed. Deku throws the gun straight at the guy's head. Deku runs, slides above a car. Then Deku grabs onto a freaking pole and he stands on top of it. And then Deku jumps onto a house, on top of the house. And Deku sees a helicopter. And Deku starts waving his hand, saying, "Help! Help!" screaming on the top of his lungs. But the helicopter doesn't see him. The helicopter flies away to the distance of the moon. Deku crying that today is the day he dies. Deku just about to jump until he sees a car. Deku jumps on top of the car, breaking a bit of his leg, opens the door, sees a dead body, kicks the dead body out of it before it becomes a zombie, closes the door, goes onto the other seat where the drivers are meant to sit, and he switches the key, and then the car has no gas. Deku hits his head onto the wheel until it starts. The car goes back to fuel, and Deku's like, yes! It's working. Deku drives, does a 360 spin, aiming to the big zombie. The big zombie starts charging at Deku. Deku is like, this is for my parents. Deku puts all the boost into that one final blow. Deku races towards the freaking zombie. Deku jumps out of the freaking car. The car explodes with the zombie. Then we follow from different civilians seeing the smoke from nowhere And they're like, oh my gosh, there's a civilian there. Then from nowhere, we see a flare gun get shot in the air. Deku sees it. And Deku's like, shelter. Rescue. Deku runs towards it. And that's where we're gonna leave it off for today. So, ladies and gentlemen, please like and subscribe. And we will fight back this pandemic.